All right, welcome back, everyone. Today we are diving deep into Genesis chapter 20. And this story, wow, it asks a really tough question. What happens when a great hero, someone chosen by God, gets so scared that he tells a lie? Let's get into this powerful and very, very human moment together. So, our story opens with a journey. Picture this. Abraham, Sarah, and their whole crew are on the move, leaving the mountains they know behind. They're heading south into this foreign, totally unknown land called Gerar. You can almost feel the sun just beating down, hear that hot wind whipping sand across everything. There's this real sense of uncertainty as they walk right into the kingdom of a powerful king named Abimelech. Now, before we go any further, I want you to think about something. That feeling, that knot in your stomach when you're terrified to tell the whole truth. Just hold on to that feeling for a minute, because it is the absolute key to understanding the huge mistake Abraham is about to make. And here's the wild part. This isn't even a new situation for Abraham. It's like history is repeating itself. He has been in this exact spot before, and an old, familiar fear is about to bubble up and make him repeat a past mistake. The Bible uses this specific word. It says Abraham sojourned in Gerar. Now, that sounds a little fancy, but what it really means is that he was an outsider, a complete newcomer. He wasn't a citizen, so he didn't have the same rights or protections. It's like being the new kid in a new country. He felt totally vulnerable. And that feeling, well, it was fuel for his fear. So what does he do? His fear totally takes over. He looks at his wife, Sarah, who we know is incredibly beautiful, and his mind starts racing. He's terrified that this powerful King Abimelech is going to see her, want her, and think, what's the easiest way to get her? Get rid of her husband. So out of that terror, he tells everyone, she is my sister. And yep, you guessed it. Abraham's worst fear comes true. Word travels fast, and soon enough, the king hears about this beautiful new woman in town. Believing she's single, he sends his royal guards, and just like that, Sarah is taken away from Abraham and brought to the palace. His lie has backfired, creating a total disaster, and he is completely powerless to stop it. So the scene shifts now. We're moving from the heat and drama of the day to the quiet of the royal palace at night. And this is where everything is about to get turned upside down. Imagine King Abimelech, sound asleep in the cool stone palace. Suddenly, he's having a dream. But this isn't some random weird dream. No, this is different. You can just feel the air get heavy. It's a direct message, a divine warning, because God himself has just entered the story. And the message God delivers is chilling. It's direct and absolutely terrifying. The voice in the dream tells the king, "You are as good as dead." Whoa! Why? Because the woman you have taken, she is a married woman. The craziest part? Abimelech had no idea. He's in mortal danger for a mistake he didn't even know he was making. Okay, now this next part is so important. It would be easy to think of Abimelech as the bad guy here, but he's not. The story goes out of its way to show us his side of things. He's actually an innocent man, caught right in the middle of Abraham's lie. And his reaction tells us everything we need to know about his character. Even in the dream, Abimelech speaks up. He's totally shocked, and he pleads his case. He's like, wait, hold on. Lord, are you really going to destroy an innocent nation for this? He lays out the facts. He told me she is my sister, and she herself said he is my brother. I was only acting on what they told me. And then, in this remarkable moment, God basically says, you're right. He tells Abimelech, yes, I know you did this with a clear conscience. How amazing is that? God even reveals that he was the one who stepped in to stop things from going any further. Abimelech's good heart was seen, and he was protected. So the sun comes up, the dream is over, but that tension, it is thicker than ever. A totally shaken King Abimelech bolts awake, and his first command is, summon Abraham, now. And this scene is just so powerful. The whole power dynamic is flipped upside down. You have this mighty king confronting the prophet of God. But he's not yelling. He's just in disbelief, asking, what have you done to us? What did I ever do to you that you would bring such great guilt upon me and my whole kingdom? So now it's Abraham's turn. He's been caught red-handed, and he has to explain himself. And what comes out is this Well, it's a messy combination of genuine fear, some bad assumptions, and a little piece of the truth. So let's just put these two side by side. On one hand, you have Abimelech, who was operating from a place of integrity. He trusted what he was told. On the other hand, you have Abraham, who was operating from a place of pure terror. He just assumed the worst about these people without any proof at all. So Abraham finally lays it all out. He says, first, I thought, surely the fear of God is not in this place. Second, I was afraid for my life. Then he throws in this half-truth. Besides, she really is my sister, his half-sister anyway. But then he admits the really telling part. This wasn't some spur-of-the-moment lie. It was their pre-arranged plan for every new place they went. With all the truth finally out on the table, the story shifts to its final act. And you might expect punishment, but that's not what this is about. It's about making things right. It's about restoration and healing for everyone involved. Abimelech's response is just astounding. He doesn't just give Sarah back. He gives Abraham 1,000 pieces of silver, plus sheep, cattle, and servants. Now, this wasn't a payment. This was a huge public gesture to show everyone that Sarah's honor was completely restored and that he, the king, was clearing her name. And the healing comes full circle through prayer. Abraham, the man who caused all the trouble, prays for King Abimelech, and God heals the king's household from a sickness that had come upon them. It's just this beautiful moment that shows when truth is spoken and forgiveness is given, blessings can start to flow again. So, what does this ancient story about fear and lies and forgiveness actually mean for us? Right here, right now. How can it help us improve our own inner dimensions, our own character? Okay, here it is, this week's Midot Challenge. We're going to call it the Honesty Check. And it's all about choosing emet, that's truthfulness, over pachad, which is fear. It's just 3 steps. 1. When you feel that scared feeling pushing you to lie, just pause, take 1 deep breath. 2. Choose honesty, even if you're scared of what might happen. And 3. Discuss it. Talk with your family about how it feels to choose truth and how, in the long run, it always feels so much better than hiding in fear. And that really brings us to our final thought for today. I want you to take some time this week and think about this question. When does fear make it hardest for you to choose the truth? Because understanding our own fears is always the first step to being brave enough to overcome them with honesty. Thank you so much for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We really hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.